Okay, tools we'll need. We need a 1/2 inch breaker bar of some sort with a number 19 millimeter. We have a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. We have a mallet here, some needle nose pliers. This is optional. This is a cordless impact. You use 10 and 12 swivels. It makes things a lot easier. You also have one of these 1/4 inch adapters for that. Phillips screwdriver, a flathead, small for connectors, a small pick, a Sharpie, 3/8 extension, and a 1/4 inch extension here, a 14 millimeter, 12 millimeter for 3/8. For the 1/4 inch, you'll need 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and another 10 millimeter to D. 4 millimeter Allen key. So these are ratcheting wrenches. We have 10 millimeter, a 12, and a 14 here, and some tape. These are the tools you'll need to do the dash. Okay, so make sure you clean everything out. Take everything out of your glove box. You know, you're gonna have to pull out this console and stuff. So make sure everything's clean, everything's taken out first. Then we'll start dismantling piece by piece, pull everything out. First things first, we want to, before we disconnect the battery, we want to set everything up. So I like to pull the seats, those seats all the way back. Let's start by taking these trim pieces off. Let's see here. So this piece is on top of that one. So what we're gonna do is just gonna pry these off. Just pull them out right here. So this has a little clip right here, so you just want to be careful not breaking it. And then this piece actually detaches from here like that. Little clips right there. Then this piece has a little screw knob here. You just unscrew with your hand. See, it's just a plastic piece right here. And it just slides off like that. Do the same thing on this side. Wire caught right there. That's bad. Take this off. We're gonna push in here. Push the sides. So you're gonna get that there. And then it looks like these are little pins right here that we're just gonna squeeze and push them that way. There you go. The box comes off just like that. Alright, so take that one off. That one. Also, light glove box. Forgot. Take off safety tray. This thing. This part's connected to the dash. Pull these clips off also. I can take this bracket off. There's two little screwdriver heads here. Yeah, it's a little stubby. It's a little bit easier. My stubby broke. There we go. Alright, now that's out the way. Okay, now you might have two different styles. You might have this basic one where it's just a pad here, or you might have a little push button that pops up with a little compartment. The compartment has 2 screws. All those just open it up, and there's 2 10mm here, but just take a screwdriver, pop up these little corner pieces right here. Just pop right just like that. And then we have 2 10mm or Phillips screws here. Yeah. Someone used the wrong screws for these. These are too small. Pops out just like that. So this is one piece here. So there's 2 bolts here that we see now, but I need to get this one out also. So it just pulls this and then just clamps out. There's 2 clips right here, and we just unhook our parts. Put down on these and they slide right out. And now that is out. We have 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just come out next. Get this whole assembly out. The AC climate control. And then we have the radio. We'll plug it from here, and there. Antenna. There we go. And that slides off. Set this to the side as well. So now the center console. Normally if you have a normal stock, this piece right here screws off, but I have this aftermarket one, so I can't really take the shifter knob off right here. You'll take these off clips here. Those are number 8s, but they do have a Phillips here. And there are 2 Phillips here. There's this one right here. Again, that's number 8mm or just Phillips. Alright, so there's a couple things you need to take out. Coin tray. Let's see. This knot needs to come off, but I can't do that right now. We can pull out this little ashtray right here. So, yeah, I'm sorry. This piece comes off next. Okay. So the way this one is, there's a pin here, a screw here. This is not normally on a stock. This is a short shifter that's been added onto after I bought it. This is a little different style. Normally the ball will just screw off, and then we take this off. After you get this type off, you're gonna hook the cigarette lighter and then the little light that comes with it. And then this little light here too. So that's the ring light, and then that's the cigarette light, and this is the little bulb that's inside your little coin thingy. And then put it to the side. So this piece has to come off. So this piece just clips off here. Like that. Same thing on this side. 12mm. Takes these loose on both sides. And then this just slides up. It's not coming at an angle, and then goes this way, comes right out. Now All right, at this point, to the stage where we're going to start taking off the steering wheel. It has the SRS system in here, so I don't want to risk any accidental popping or explosion of the airbag while I'm doing this. Also, when you're taking off these bolts behind here, you'll hit the horn a couple times maybe by accident, and it's just annoying. I got neighbors. Yeah, so we're gonna start on that. And so make sure you disconnect the battery. So this is a number 8 Allen key, hex key, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna stick it in here, and we're gonna break that loose. And then same thing on this side. Got that loose. Alright, the tricky part here is these little screws are still holding it in somewhat, so we have to pull these screws out a little bit so we can get past that point of keeping it in place. So if you pry back, you can pry back on this a little bit to get it past. So safety restraint's pretty easy. Pull back on this one, disconnect. Okay, and that's it. Alright, so this is probably one of the harder parts, number 19. This is right here. Easy. But, so there's two ways of doing this. If you have a lot of strength, I will take it off a couple threads. Try to pull that way, but if not, don't worry about it. We're going to use a puller. The way to pull these two parts right here are 8mm 1.25 thread. They're 8mm bolts, but the 1.25 thread on them. Go in there like that. This is going to thread into the middle piece right here. Put my little adapter piece here where it's going to fit inside that little hole. Start my bolts here. Let these be on the way, just a few threads. Alright. So I'm going to spin this down until I get to the shaft. Alright, now I have the pins in the shaft just like that. This is a 14mm. I'm just going to crank this down. Nasty. Doesn't work. It's loose now. Let's take this all back off. Before I take this off, I do want to mark it though. Preferably some white out. Just so I can get a alignment issue right here. If I take this off, I want to be right in the same spot. So I'm looking at it now. May take a picture of it, but that's what's going to look like. So when you get done with that, you can take this piece off, and this should slide right out, just like that. Now the next thing you got to be careful about is this piece right here. Let's take this thing off first. Screws. This one. Just pull that off. There's clips there. Clips on top. Slides right off, just like that. Better tape, masking tape. But that's what you want to do. You don't want it to spin. Also, you can mark it because when you put it back, you want it in the same spot. So let's go and take that piece off now. And these. This one's a little different. Take these little clips right here, undo it like that, and release that pin right there. And then we'll just push that and take it right out. Remember, we don't want to spin this and keep it stationary. So now we have all that assembly off. So now we're going to take these off right here. So you get two ways of doing this. You can individually take these off. There's 2 screws here, or you can just take this whole assembly off and not worry about it. So that's what I'm actually going to do. There's 4 bolts. 2 bolts. Slides off like that and presto. So now we can actually get this dash out without dealing and breaking anything on this end. If your hands are like mine, they're really dirty. I have a 2003, so I have the sticky dash. So everything I touch is really sticky and it leaves that little crap on your hands. So I'm actually going to take these off next, but I don't want to get these dirty and get my black fingerprints on. So I'm going to go wash my hands and grab some gloves, whatever. And tackle those next. Alright, so when messing with these, you want clean hands. The first thing you do is pop this loose, 10 millimeter, take loose. Now, you'll feel that it'll pop right out, there's a clip right there, but there's another clip right here. It's a tricky one, not a lot of people know this, but you have to push in and then come out, and then this piece will come out. So the way this is designed is there's a little clip right here, and see there's a little eye hole here that it fits into here, and then once you push down inward, it'll pop out of that piece. That's how you get these out. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt, but once you understand, they're really easy to take off. Okay, so next we're going to take this little piece over here. Got over here in the corner, we got a screw here. And we got a screw over here. Screw up top here. Okay, that's it. And then everything just pops right out after that. Just like that. We have this little tube here. Another one right here. Like that. And then we have to take this loose. So we just pop this right there. This needs to come loose also. Pull those 2 tabs out, pops out just like that. Now we got this one loose. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but you just gotta finagle this piece right here. To there, bam, loose. All right, this thing's covered. There you go. All right, now start taking this piece off. Pretty easy. There's 2 screws right here. Pops off just like that. We got one clip back here. Go. 1, 2, 3, holding this piece. You only have, looks like 2 connectors. Right here. Boom. Ta-da! So I know for a fact there's a bolt on each end over here, a bolt right here, there's a bolt here. The carpet comes off just like this. Sorry. And then we just pull that piece right here. Carpet loose. We have a screw here. It needs to come off. Okay, so we have a screw right here, that was right there. that came off. We're going to take this bolt off. We're going to take this bolt off. There's a bolt back here. And then this bolt over here. I believe this bolt too. I think this is connected to that computer. There we go, it's loose now. Well, there's two more pesky bolts here. There's one that holds this piece right here. There's a little Phillips. It's right behind here. And then there's one on the same thing over here. It's right there. This guy. Nice go screws. Now the thing should come out just fine. This connector to this piece right here. So that was on there. This is your sensor for the daylight running. So a couple things here. This I should have left on. I didn't need to take those bolts off. Instead of taking these screws off here, there's these bolts right here, this one and that one. You can get to these pretty easily, and if you keep these on to the dash, all that will come out together. You won't fight trying to get it over the bracket. So I'm actually going to take these and put these back on and go from there.